हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गाये नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादः शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शङ्करं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरम् भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। We'll begin with the Shanti mantra. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। We shall chant the 4 mantras of the second section. अथ हैनं भार्गवो वैदर्भिः पप्रच्छ भगवन् कत्तेव देवाः प्रजा विधारयन्ते कतर एतत् प्रकाशयन्ते कः पुनरेषां वरिष्ठ इति तस्मै स होवाच आकाशो हवा एष देवः वायुरग्निरापः पृथिवी वाङ्मनश्चक्षुश्रोत्रं च ते प्रकाश्य विवदन्ति वयम् एतत् बाणम् अवष्टभ्य विधारयामः। तान् वरिष्ठः प्राण उवाच मामोहम् आपद्यथ अहम् एव एतत् पञ्चधा आत्मानं प्रविभज्य एतत् बाणम् अवष्टभ्य विधारयामि इति ते अश्रद्धधाना बभूवुः। सो अभिमानात् ऊर्ध्वम् उत्क्रमत इव तस्मिन् उत्क्रामयति अथ इतरे सर्व एव उत्क्रामन्ते तस्मिन् च प्रतिष्ठमाने सर्व एव प्रातिष्ठन्ते तद् यथा मक्षिका मधुकरराजानम् उत्क्रामन्तं सर्वा एव उत्क्रामन्ते तस्मिंश्च प्रतिष्ठमाने सर्वा एव प्रातिष्ठन्ते एवं वाङ्मनश्चक्षुश्रोत्रं च ते प्रीता प्राणं स्तुवन्ति। So after satisfying the first disciple who asked the question about how, from whom all this creation has taken place, now the teacher is replying, giving answer to the second seeker who has asked about what are the factors which supports this creature. So अतः हैनम भार्गव वैदर्भी पप्रच्छ. So भार्गवः वैदर्भी, he asked कि भगवान कत्तेव देवा प्रजा विधारयन्ते. How many devatas they hold this individual creature together, and who all illumine this creature, and who among them is the supermost, who among them is the best. So first the teacher enumerates all the factors which are there to who hold this creature together. And what are those? And all of them are devatas only. So the teacher says, Akasho hava esha devaha. So Akash devata. Then Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. Then Vang. Vang stands for all organs of action. Then Manaha, which stands for the Antakaran Chatushtaya. Then Chakshushrotram, they stand for all the organs of perception. Te Prakashya Abhivadanti, they alone hold this individual together. All of them, they hold this individual together. And so who among them is the superior, the best? So the teacher tells a story that once upon a time, all these various factors, they started quarreling and they started presenting themselves as the superior. So, Abhivadanti Vayam etat banam avashtabhya vidharayamaha. We alone hold this structure together, and because of us only all this individual survives. Because of us only this structure is held together. So if we look at ourselves, we have our body, we have the experience of our body, which is made up of the five great elements. Then we have the Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, and Antakaran Chatushtaya. All these factors alone are put together to make this personality. And we think that alone is sufficient. These alone are sufficient. But there is one more factor which is the main Devata who holds everything together. Without that Devata, nothing can happen. And who is that Devata? Is Prana. So Tan Varishtaha Prana Uvacha. And Prana is the Varishtha, is the senior most, because Prana is the first to be born. See, when the whole world goes into Pralay, only it remains as Brahma. The world remains as Brahma. Just as when you have lots of ornaments, bangles, necklace, earring, nose ring, toe rings, and anklets, and so many things. And they have their own individual names, forms. So we know them with two names. If I have a earring, I say I have a golden earring. If I have a bangle, I say I have a golden bangle. So two, golden and bangle, golden earring, golden necklace. But when you melt them all, when they lose their forms, then they lose their names also. Means the individual names, and all of them are known only by one name. And what is that? Gold. Similarly, this whole world with various forms and variety of names, when during Pralay, all these names and forms, they melt as though and remain as the supreme Brahma alone. Then they are all called only Brahma. There is no other name for them. There is no other form for them. All of them are known as Brahma alone. The world remains as Brahma. Sadeva Somya Idam Agra Asit. And it remains for a long time. Then when the new creation happens, the first one to be born, or the first power to express, the first Shakti of Ishvara to express is Prana. Prana expresses first. And then Prana is the Para Prakriti of Bhagavan. And that Prana activates the Apara Prakriti. And when that Apara Prakriti is activated and expressed, it expresses as Samashti Mana, Samashti Buddhi, Samashti Ahankar. Then together with Prana and this Samashti Mana Buddhi Ahankar, the individual is born known as Hiranyagarbha. So Hiranyagarbha is the Jiva who is the first to be born. He doesn't have a body, but he has got a total mind, intellect, total ahankar. And prana is under his control. Then Vaishvanara is born, then the rest of the creation is born. So prana is the first to manifest. In the other Upanishad also we have seen that prana is born first. Etasmat jayate pranaha manas sarvendriyani cha then mana, indriyas and all, but first prana. Therefore, prana is called the superior, the varishtha. And that prana is present everywhere. Prana is present in the entire creation. All activities are possible because of prana. Prana is present in this body, expressing in fivefold as prana, apan, vyan, udan, and saman. And because of prana only, the reproduction, creation, and all happens. We can reproduce because of the presence of prana. So prana is varishtha and is present in this, expressing in fivefold. So prana was listening to all these arguments by all the other factors. And then the prana told them that ma moham apadyatha, that please don't get deluded. Don't think that you are holding everything together. अथ अहम एव एतत् पंचधा आत्मानं प्रविभज्य एतत् बाणम अवष्टभ्य. It is I who have divided myself into fivefold. I hold this whole unit together. I am the one who is supporting all of you. So they just, they did not believe. They did not believe the prana. They started wondering how it is possible. Outwardly, when we look at ourselves, we see our body is acting, our indriyas are functioning, our mind is so active, buddhi is so active, and because of them only everything seems to be happening. The walking we do because of our karmendriyas, the talking we do because of our karmendriya, the thinking, the deciding, the remembering, all this we do with our antakarana. So what is the role of this prana who is trying to claim that, oh, I am the superior? So they did not believe the prana. So then what happened? The prana got little annoyed with them, and he said, he did not say anything, but he just made an attempt of as though leaving the body. He went to the very edge of the body, as though leaving the body. Because if he leaves the body, all of them will just collapse. So the prana abhimanat urdhvam utkramata. He started moving upwards to leave this body. And when that happened, tasmin utkramati atha itare sarva eva utkramante. Then what happened? All other factors, they also started moving out of this body. The indriyas, the mana, buddhi also forcefully were also as though forced out of this body. Did not go out of the body, but they were almost going out along with this prana. Then the prana stopped and settled down, and then all the other factors also remained in their respective places. So tasmincha pratishthamane sarva eva pratishtante. So here the teacher gives a very beautiful example, like the honey bees. You find on a tree also a beautiful honeycomb, and thousands of bees are there. And there are different, these bees, they have the different functions. There are some bees who go out to explore the surrounding to see where the honeys are available where the garden is there, where flowers are there. So they just scout the area and they come and give direction to the other bees. See, they have a perfect system of communication. A bee who has seen a particular garden far away from their hive, it comes back and does a special type of dance, horizontal, vertical in different angles, uh, round and round. And so other bees they observe this dance, and from that dance they come to know exact location of that garden where the flowers are there. Just like how nowadays we send the location on our WhatsApp. I want to go to my friend's house, so I request my friend, please send your location. And with the help of that location and with the help of the Google Map and all, I reach that destination exactly. Similarly, these bees can give exact location where they found that garden with lots of flowers through their dance. So they have a beautiful structure. The whole community, bee community, they have their own workers. They have divided their work among various bees. But the main one who is controlling and supporting and for whom all of them are working is the queen bee. And the queen bee doesn't leave the hive. It remains there. You know, all the workers and drones and all of them, they work for the queen bee. They bring the honey little by little and then store it in the hive. One honey bee in its lifetime may collect one little teaspoon of honey. When we are eating that honey, just remember so many bees have dedicated their life to make that honey. So they are all working for the queen bee. But then sometimes the place becomes little rough, the place becomes dangerous to have that hive. So, or whatever other reasons, the queen bee leaves the hive. And when the queen bee leaves, all other bees they just follow that queen bee. Sometimes they leave the honey and all behind only, and they just go. So wherever the queen bee goes, all the bees also just follow. It's a great wonder of nature. And then the queen bee settles at one place, so all of them they again settle at that place and start building the hive and all. So the whole structure and all of them they are supported by that one honeybee only, queen bee, because of whom only they are working. In the same way, who is the queen bee in our personality? And that is the Prana. Prana is the one. All the various factors are working for the sake of Prana only. When the Prana is there, everything is okay, is fine. But once the Prana leaves, nothing can be done. Even when we are not well and all, we go to the doctor, take the medicines, In emergency, we are taken to the hospital. They try all their tricks to keep me alive. They put all the ventilators and this and that and all sorts of things. And they keep trying. But then a time comes when they suddenly stop trying. When do they stop trying? When the pranas, they leave this body. Once the pranas leave the body, the eyes may be intact, the heart may be intact, the blood may be intact. But once the prana goes, all of them just start disintegrating. So prana is the main. So sarva eva pratishtanta evam van mana chakshus srotancha. So just as the honeybees, they follow the queen bee, similarly all these indriyas, antakarana, karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, they are supported by prana only. So they got a direct experience of this whole thing. The senses, the antakarana got a direct experience. See, in our life also, as long as we are alive, healthy, everything is going fine, at home everything is fine, we have a good job, we have a good house, we have good relatives, we have a good boss, we have a lot of money in the bank, we have all the other facilities, we have cars, we have nowadays mobiles, latest, all everything is there. Then we think everything is fine. But then suddenly something happens, we fall sick, almost dying, and we are ready to spend all the money which we have acquired to keep ourselves alive. So the whole structure depends on this prana. And as long as the prana remains, everything is fine. But once the prana leaves, nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. So this prana is most fascinating. Most fascinating. Science has not have understood this prana. See, we have this Pancha Mahabhut, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi. Even to understand these five great elements is not easy through the scientific methods. It's very difficult. Space itself is so subtle. Time is so subtle and so fascinating. But much more subtle and fascinating is prana. Prana is different from all this matter and everything. In science, actually, they talk about that energy. And the famous equation also you must have, E is equal to mc square. That energy equal to mass multiplied by the speed of light square. Means a little mass also has got tremendous energy in it. The uranium and all those elements are there which are used to make those atom bombs and all. They have tremendous energy stored in them, unimaginable. And they have discovered the technique of removing that energy, harnessing that energy. So science thinks that matter and energy are there interlinked. But our Vedanta says energy, that prana is different, matter is different. No doubt prana activates the matter, but prana is separate, prana is independent, prana is very subtle, extremely subtle. Because of this prana only, all the activities happen. Even in a tiny atom, the electrons are there which keep on moving. There's a central nucleus. Then around it the electron moves, and they have their own orbitals on which they move. They keep on moving. From where do they get this energy to continuously move and all? So prana only. And at a larger scale, when we look at this, our own solar system, our own planet, our Earth, and the Moon, constantly rotating and revolving non-stop for thousands of years. Thousands of years. This Earth is there for some 4.5 billion years. It is revolving, it is rotating, and the Moon is there. Other planets are there. And their rotation and revolution is so precise that our Rishi Munis, they calculated that exactly what time the solar eclipse will take place, what time lunar eclipse will take place, at what time the Saturn seems to be moving in one direction. Sometimes when we look from the Earth, the planet moves in one direction, but because of the placement of the Earth and all, it seems to move in the opposite direction also, retrograde. So all this they can calculate. Therefore, when we are born, our horoscope is made. The exact location of all these planets are put on that horoscope with exact degree, minute, and second, where exactly it is. So this, from where do they get this energy, this power to keep moving, revolving? It is the prana. Fire is there, the sun is there with so much of energy within. That energy is prana only. And that prana alone is expressing in all living beings. And when it expresses in the living beings, it also has got this power of reproduction. So honeybee has got the power to produce more honeybees. A rabbit also multiplied to make more rabbits. And they can multiply to become more, create more ants. Fish can give birth to more fish. So they can give birth to other beings of that same class. A fish doesn't give birth to a bird. Fish will give birth to another fish. So all this happens because of prana. Prana is the para prakriti of Bhagwan. Means Bhagwan alone is expressing as prana. Therefore, in the Upanishad, sometimes Bhagwan is also addressed as Prana. And Prana is the main power behind Hiranyagarbha also. So at times Hiranyagarbha is also addressed as Prana. So you have to understand this properly. See what is explained in Tattva Bodh about this prana and all is not proper. Tattva Bodh doesn't match the teachings of the Upanishads. Therefore, if you really want to understand Vedanta, we have to study Bhagwan Shankaracharya's Bhashya on Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and Brahma Sutra. Don't bother about those Prakarana Granthas, they don't match the teachings of the Upanishads. And if we hold their teachings in our head, we will miss the main teachings of the Upanishads. So in Tattva Bodh it is said prana is born from the Rajogun, Rajasic aspect of the five great elements, which is not true. Prana is born even before the five great elements. And in prana there are no sattvagun, rajagun, tamagun gradation is not there. Prana is pure. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, prana is indicated as para prakriti of Bhagwan. Prana is very fascinating. The more you think about prana, the more you feel, you can experience the fascination, the wonder of prana. So all these senses, the mind, they came to understand the glory, the power of prana, and they started now praising prana, stuti. So the following mantras are the beautiful stuti, praise, hymns done by all these senses and the antakarana of the prana, praising prana. So let us chant mantra number 5. एषो अग्निस्तपत्तेष सूर्यः एष पर्जन्यः मघवान् एष वायुः एष पृथिवी रयिर्देवः सदसच्चामृतं च यत् एषो अग्निस्तपति एषः प्राणः अग्निः सन्तपति ज्वलति. This prana alone becoming Agni means expressing through Agni. Tapati, it burns, it illumines. That power which is there in fire. See, the first expression of this Pancha Mahabhut, Akash we cannot see, Vayu we cannot see, but fire we can see. Therefore, there are certain religions who worship that fire directly as Bhagwan. So fire has got that power, that force. It can burn everything, whatever is put in fire, it gets burnt. But what is that fire? How can that fire burn? From where it gets the power? That is from prana only. So prana alone is expressing as fire. Esha prana agni san tapati jvalati. Shankaracharya writes, having become this fire, the prana illumines or it burns. Tatha Esha Surya Sun Prakashate. Also becoming the Surya, the sun, the prana alone illumines the whole world. The sun is the most fascinating expression. Hydrogen and helium they fuse together to produce this energy which we experience as light, as heat. It's a beautiful expression, powerful expression of Bhagwan. So prana alone has as though become that sun. All the activity of the sun is because of prana. So prana having become the sun illumines the world. And tatha esha parjanya samvarshati. And because of the sun, the heat of the sun, the oceans, the waters of the ocean, they evaporate and then they go up and they form the clouds. And then the waters, they fall down, they shower down as rains. So who are these rains? Rains are also prana. So prana having become rains, it showers down. So tatha parjanya san varshati. Kincha Bhagavan Indra san praja palayati. And the prana alone has become all the devatas. Prana alone is Indra, the king of all devatas. And having become Indra, Prajapalayati, it supports, it protects all the other devatas and protects everyone. Jighansati Asura Rakshansi, and it destroys the Asuras and the Rakshasas. The Indra Bhagwan, to maintain order in this world, it destroys the Asuras and the Rakshasas. And who is Indra? Prana only is expressing as Indra. Esha Vayuhu Avaha Pravaha Adi Bhedaha. And this prana alone is Vayu, the air. And the air has got many movements. Unchas, 49. 49 different ways the air moves. Moves forward, backward, up, down, circular, this, that. All these movements are classified into 49. In Ramayana, the story of Hanumanji going to Lanka, and his tail was tied with clothes soaked in oil, and he was paraded throughout Lanka. People started clapping and dancing and rejoicing that they have caught this monkey. And they lighted his tail. Then suddenly a miracle happened. Hanumanji turned himself into a small monkey. And all the ropes which were tied to him, they just fell down. And then he suddenly took a huge form, and with the tail burning, he just leaped on the palaces and the houses of Lanka and started burning them. And there Tulsidas ji he describes that the wind god also started moving with 49 different expressions. Kabhi yahan, kabhi wahan, and because of that, the fire went to every nook and corner of Lanka and burnt everything. Hanumanji is Vayuputra, so his father also helped him. Okay, I will also help you to burn this Lanka. Because this Rakshasa, this Ravan is creating so much havoc, so let me also help you to burn Lanka. So the Vayu has got these various movements. So Vayu, Prana alone is expressing through Vayu. See, in Akash everywhere Prana is there, but Akash, that movement is not there. So through Vayu, the Prana moves everywhere. And we can understand the presence of Prana through Vayu. Therefore, in us, we understand the presence of Prana through our breathing, through our circulation, digestion. Prana, Pan, Vyam, Udan, Samam. When it happens, then we know the presence of Prana. A person is sick, lying down, almost dying. We check whether he is still breathing. We check whether the heart is beating. We check whether the body is warm. And all these are the expressions of prana. Prana expresses as breathing in, breathing out, circulation, digestion. But when the time comes, when our prarabdha in this body is over, then taking the support of heat, prana leaves the body. And when prana leaves the body, the senses, the mind, the samskar, the memories, everything leaves this body. कुछ नहीं रहता है. Only a body remains behind. And so strange, when we are alive, when somebody is alive, we call him by his name. We address him as a father, mother, uncle. When that uncle is in the hospital, we say uncle बीमार है, uncle को मैं देखने गया हूँ, मेरे चाचा जी बीमार है, उनके लिए मैं ये, we are taking some fruits and all and praying that he gets well soon. The doctor also says आपके चाचा जी अभी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ठीक हो रहे हैं. But then suddenly the tabiyat goes down and the prarabdha is over, so the prana leaves that chachaji. And once the prana leaves, then the same doctor who was telling your chachaji is recovering or chachaji responding and all, instead of calling him chachaji, he start saying that body है, आप body लेकर जा सकते हैं. We have tried our best, but we couldn't save him. You can take the body. Once upon a time, he was a chacha, and now he is just addressed as a body. Because the prana moves, and with the prana, the mind, antakarana, the senses, everything moves out. So, prana is very fascinating. So, kincha esha prithvi rahi devaha sarvasya jagatah san. So even this Prithvi and this Rai Deva, this prana alone is this earth, the prana alone is Rai, as Chandrama. So this earth is also expression of prana. The moon is also an expression of prana. And through this sun, the earth, the moon, it holds everything together. All the creatures in this solar system are held together by prana only. And prana alone is murta amurtancha. Murtan is that which has got form and that which doesn't have form. So all those who have form is also expression of prana, and that which is beyond form, like the akash, like the vayu, that also is expression of prana only. See, now when we just look from a scientific standpoint, living beings are there only on earth. At present, they have not found any living beings on other planets or other places. We are only on earth now. So many varieties of beings are there, human beings, animal, bird, plants, but we are on earth. And on the surface of the earth, little bit in the soil, then on the surface, and little bit above the ground. That is all the biosphere, the place where living beings are there. It's so delicate. Some global warming, some war, some famine, some pandemic, some vaccine, some corona, and the whole structure starts shivering and shaking. But as per our Vedanta, prana is there pervading the entire creation. So even if the whole earth gets destroyed, doesn't matter, the prana will express on some other planet and the life will go on. Because prana is very subtle, prana is most powerful, and prana expresses as life on these various planets and various satellites. So there might be life form at other places also which we have not yet discovered. So prana is both murta as well as amurta, means that which has got form and that which doesn't have form are all prana. So in this way, the prana is being praised by the senses and the antakarana. Then further, the sixth mantra we will chant. Ara iva rathanabhau prane sarvam pratishtitam rucho yajunsi samani yajna kshatram brahmacha. Ara iva rathanabhau. Just like in a ratha, in a chariot, in the wheel of a chariot, there is what is called nabhi, the hub. And there is ara. Ara means the spokes. The spokes are there and the hub is there. See, the wheels are very helpful in taking the whole vehicle forward. The vehicle can move forward because of the wheels. Wheel is nothing but a ring. But to keep the ring under control, there is that hub and there are the spokes which are connected to the ring. So the whole structure is supported by the hub, that axle. Even in a vehicle, if the axle breaks, then the whole vehicle collapses. So same example is taken, that whole world is like a giant wheel with so many spokes connected to this wheel. But what is the hub? What is that which supports the entire creation? that is prana. So ara iva rathanabho prani sarvam pratishtitam. Just like the spokes are supported by the axle, by the hub, similarly everything in this creation is supported by prana. See, when we are awake, we experience ourselves. I say, I am. We experience our own presence. We also experience the presence of our body. We experience the presence of our mind, our intellect, our senses. In the waking state, we experience ourselves everywhere, as though everywhere inside the body we experience our own presence. If a mosquito bites us, if an ant bites us on any part of the body, we become aware of it because we experience ourselves everywhere. But when we go to sleep, we go into a dream world, we get disconnected from our body. We are disconnected from our body. The body is lying down on the bed, but I am dreaming that I am running on the beach. Jogging on the beach. The waves are there on one side. The beautiful beach is there. And I am jogging on the beach. Getting tired also. Perspiring in my dream. And I am experiencing. If suppose somebody stops me there and asks me that what are you doing, I will say I am jogging. I will not say I am sleeping in the bed. Though my body is sleeping on the bed, but I say I am jogging because that is my complete experience. There is not a chance of making me understand that I am actually sleeping in the bed. I am jogging. Then another experience I have where the mind also stops functioning, and that is called deep sleep, dreamless sleep. So in dreamless sleep also is my experience. Dreamless sleep is also my experience. So I am cut off from the body. I am cut off from my mind, intellect, senses, but I continue to experience my own presence. That experience, in that deep sleep, I am there along with prana only. Only prana is there who is active, and I am expressing as prana. So when I wake up, I say I slept well, I slept happily, I was sleeping. So I know that I existed in my deep sleep. But more than that, I cannot say anything about myself, that I was there. But more than that, I cannot say anything. Because there was no connection with the body, with the mind, with the senses. So my connection, deep connection is there with prana. In fact, connection with the prana itself is the main characteristic of a jiva. So, in deep sleep, I remain with the prana and I experience that my experience of deep sleep is the experience of myself. free from the distraction of the mind, the intellect, the senses. See, when we go to a doctor or in their army also, when they have to take that weight, what is my weight? And I am wearing a jacket, I am wearing shoes, I am wearing a lot of other dress inside. I have a bag on my back. And if they want to know my weight, if I stand there on the weighing scale along with all this, that is not my weight. So they will want me to remove all this. I remove the bag, I remove my clothes, my jacket, I remove the shoes with bare minimum dress. When I stand on the weighing scale, then that is my weight. I'm giving an example. Similarly, now in the waking state, I am measuring myself along with my body, mind, senses. In dream, I measure myself along with my mind. But in deep sleep, I measure myself only along with my prana, and that is who I really am. So, prana is very, very fascinating, and it holds the entire creation like a hub holding the spokes. More about this we will see in our class on Wednesday. Till then, you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana. Listen to the pravachan again, contemplate, think about it. Think about the glorious prana. And we will meet again on Wednesday. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Bole Siyavar Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.